Yeah.
Alright, and we're back. So, as you guys are heading up the stairs, you have a short amount of time to roleplay as I'm fixing the overlay.
Okay, alright, so Kronk's not here. Damn it. Crystal, okay.
Kronk, why are you leaving outside the building to watch Bear?
I think you guys can handle this. It's probably better if Bear doesn't go in there again.
That's probably better. You're smart, Kronk. Good on you.
Yeah,
Okay.
keep an eye on Bear. He's a wily one. And if you barf, he'll look it up for you. It's kind of a 2-for-2 thing. You'll feel better afterwards, and he will too.
You know, that was excellent work, by the way, Naomi. Getting him to do that.
Yeah, speaking of, he's kind of heading up the stairs. Hurry up a little bit. We don't want to lose him.
I didn't make him do anything. He did it on his own. He's actually a good man.
Connor gives you a skeptical eyebrow. I don't know about that. We shall see. You know, maybe he'll burst into flames or something. I don't know what happens in this type of situation.
Shh, be quiet, Connor. So, Naomi, you're so you seem to have a very positive view on the world.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, like that's good to have in these times. It's good.
Don't you have a positive view?
It's complicated.
Well, I mean, what made you become an adventurer? I mean, you must have thought that there was some hope for this world.
It was more that I just wanted to get out of the home I was in. It was starting to become a little toxic.
Connor kind of gives like a somber nod. Yes, I did not leave my village in the greatest of graces either. Things there were very troublesome.
Is your family okay, though?
Are you talking to me or her?
You, yeah.
Connor says, yes, for now my family is safe, but to be honest, I don't sit well with them so far away from me, out of my reach. It's part of the reason I travel so frequently and perform these jobs working for odd fellows such as yourself and Kronk to get the coin necessary to build a life for them over here.
And, so, Naomi, your family's good?
Yes.
They're nice to you?
Yes, of course.
Right, so your brothers, they're cool, right?
Yep.
Nice.
Connor just kind of scoffs. Siblings. I hate my sister.
Do you have
I'm
a sister?
the youngest of the family.
I would never have guessed.
Connor looks at you. He's like, she's a real bitch.
Jeez. I mean, I've got 3 sisters, 2 brothers, all older than me. I'm actually also the youngest. Got something in common, Naomi.
Don't you think, Connor?
If any of you are paying attention, as you notice this, as he's talking about his family, he seems to be much more of mind and sober than he usually is. It's kind of like something that like really drinks his attention. So he's not being as carefree and ditzy as he normally is. He actually stops leaning on Naomi, starts walking up the stairs with his own assuredness, even though he is tipsy. But he has like that presence of mind that he usually just throws away to the wind.
That's a little harsh, don't you think, Connor, to say about your sister?
He says, it's not harsh enough, in my opinion.
But she's still family.
She is no blood of mine, and that is enough of it for now, says. He kind of just turns away from you guys, and we'll head up the stairs very quickly. Almost walking past you if you're ahead of him, he will just like brush past you.
Yeah, there's a story there. How about you, Crystal? I mean, you talked a little bit about your village.
I have a sister as well.
I've got sisters. Well, actually, no. You got brothers, right?
Sisters.
Look over
Am I
Naomi.
right?
And that's all I feel like disclosing at this moment.
Okay, alright.
Naomi's looking at all of us with like wide eyes, like, "Oh my god."
So, Naomi, your mother read you storybooks.
Yes. My favorite one she read me was The Defenders of the Future.
What's that one about?
Oh, it's about a group, just like this, who went out to save a continent from evil. And the best character was Toa Knightley.
Really?
Is that your
Okay.
character, Philip?
So, actually, fun fact, Connor, that name triggers something in you
Oh.
at first.
You think? Yeah.
But for different reasons.
Connor shakes his head. Huh.
The
Toa
noble,
just growls.
scarlet-clad fighter who was whose movements with her blade were just as beautiful as her.
Connor,
Oh, do tell me more.
Connor like dead stops in the middle of the stairway, turns around at you, looks at you like dead in the eye to see if you're like being like sincere. And if you are, he'll just like give like a scoff and like spit on the ground like. I have no idea what she's talking about.
Please wipe that up. I'm not playing for any more damages as I'm making my way up the stairs slowly.
Connor looks. You'll be fine, Adze. Stop being such a prude. You're already talking about her outfit. The young lady's fine. He says, gives you like an
What's wrong
eye.
with my outfit?
Your outfit? It's...
Adze's just, he's a young man, and at these times in his life, he just can't
Connor,
control
no,
himself.
shut up.
It's okay. I understand. I was a young man once myself, and I actually have
Naomi,
3 sons. Oh,
I'm just saying that your
You
outfit
like a
kind
pet
of,
for that.
it's a little, it's... I mean, don't you get cold?
No.
But don't you think it'll be better
he says,
just
you know.
to just,
Shut
you know,
up, still.
cover a bit more?
But why? This feels so freeing.
That's not the...
It's around this point you can hear the... Alright,
I love this.
where you at? Want me to be a good person? Fine! Huh?
Connor,
she's in
approaches
room
Thomas.
11.
You don't see him, you
Room
just hear him
11.
from upstairs as he's just yelling on the floor.
Connor, I'm not
Better
Connor.
find
Thomas,
him.
Thomas, over here. Thomas.
God damn it, you kids! Can you be quiet? One of the doors.
I know, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get my
turns around,
friend.
Shut up, old lady! He says, that's the second time you've called out to us. I remember last week, or 4 days ago, 5 days ago now, he
Please.
counts on his fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 days ago now.
Thomas.
Connor, please, we have to find Thomas.
I never. Slams
Connor
the
looks
door.
over his shoulder. He says, that old man is a real bastard. He was mean to me as hell last time we
Is
were
it a
here.
lady or a man? Make up your mind.
I'm drunk. I can't really tell.
Thomas?
comes over. It's like, all right, where's she at then? Huh?
Okay, just follow me. I take him to the room.
Mm-hmm.
I knock on the door gingerly.
The door begins to open as he pushes past you and pushes the door open.
Oh no.
This is gonna be great. I love this.
Or draws his book but doesn't do anything. He just pretends to be reading it.
So hi, Kala.
As she's jumped back a couple of steps away from the door and has a hand on what looks like a blade at her side.
Connor's giving the stare to Thomas.
Hey, Kala. So this is the guy we were talking about. He's decided to come take the test.
Connor will look past both Adze and Thomas as they walk into the room and try and lock eyes with her. But whether she's looking at him or not, or focusing on them, he'll say, "Apologies, ma'am." He stares at Thomas.
She
Still has
has
his
her
book open.
eyes locked on his frame, brows furrowed, hand ready to draw her sword. But as you're saying these things, they seem to be registering. She just kind of nods and stands up while Thomas is standing there, arms crossed, shirt off, abs out, eyes beaming with anger. Like, yeah, let's get this on with then, huh?
I'm a fucking good person. Fuck you.
As she finally begins to settle off a bit, but still on edge just due to his tenseness.
Everything's gonna be fine. Everything's okay.
Before we start... Oh, here we go!
Connor will look to Thomas. Thomas, be quiet, please.
She just looks at him. I need to commune with Owl. As she stands up and, letting the gap increase, she moves to her bed before kneeling down and touching onto a tome, putting her left hand on it and then her right clasped against the symbol. As she bends down and begins to what looks like pray.
Mm-hmm.
Connor will just do like a looks to everyone else in the room like what's he supposed to do.
I think this is just for her, but we should probably be quiet and just let her do it.
He gives you like a nod. He's like, gotcha. Failure. So bad.
As she turns... I muted. Let me make sure.
We can hear you.
As she turns and looks towards Thomas, all of you take a step back as her irises seem to be glowing with a radiant eclipse against her green hues. Thomas,
Is she using a type of magic, Ash?
You can try to do an arcane check.
I would like to do that, actually. Knowledge, Arcana. K. I said it more than 3 times, so you guys know what I'm talking about. Woo!
You can definitely tell this is magic, but not arcane in nature, nor in dark. This looks to be resonating with divine energy.
Okay. Connor will lean over. She is using divine magics.
I kind of got that, thanks.
Oh, he says, I'm sorry, I was not a worshipper of your talons, you say?
As she continues. Thomas of Redshore, you stand accused of crimes of colluding with the pirate group and bandits and brigands known as the Gang Brothers. And as she says this, the same hue begins to overlap the edges of Thomas's frame, and almost like coloring in his outlines. This shimmer of energy goes over him as he unfurls his closed arms and like looks down at himself. What the devil is this?
Just calm down. Let the ritual take place.
Connor will, the book he's reading, he will gently start to mutter to himself, preparing something, just in case.
I think everything's fine.
I mean, no need for that.
It's a very tense situation. We're all on edge.
No need for that, Connor.
Shh, he hasn't done anything. You don't know what he's doing. All that knowledge, Arcana, if you want to know.
I'll find that. I don't know what you're doing.
Say, just muttering
Do
to
you
himself.
wish to forgive your past and move to a new future in the name of Owl? He's starting to look over himself and then finally gaze drops back on her. Your test is me bending a knee to one of your fucking pussy-ass golds?
Oh, no.
So what? He turns back to look at you. For me to be a good person, I'm supposed to bend the knee that these gods are following after that imperial bitch on the throne? Yeah? And that's me being good?
Well, not necessarily. It's more of a formality. It's not really, if not in the name of Owl, just for the sake of justice. Because that is what he represents.
Do
His
you or
gaze
don't
seems to turn on Naomi, the one that's initiated him, testing his good heart, seeing if she has a response to what he just proclaimed.
You can do it, Naomi.
Come on, Naomi.
What?
yes, that's what she does. She says what? It's exactly.
She smiles encouragingly at Thomas.
No. She says what? It's like a confused look. Yes, please.
Roll a charisma, which is just your charisma plus a d10.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Oh, jeez.
At least we got good charisma, girl.
This is so perfect.
I rolled a 14.
Oh my god.
As he looks at you, and you just do your... Well, describe it.
I just give him a very serene and encouraging smile. Like, everything's going to be okay.
Able to
I
melt the
believe
heart.
in you.
He turns, and as he's looking at you, like, his convictions, everything that he's been pent up and grown to hate about the Empire, kind of just fades, and he scoffs. Fine. Get it over with. Yeah. Sorry. Not to Lognarin. Fuck the king. But to whatever you worship, yeah. I quit. You happy? And after that statement, the overlap on his form seems to fade. And at the same time, the outlier eclipse in Kala's eyes do so as well. As she blinks and opens again, her emerald hues back to the color they should be.
Connor looks at her. I take it he passed. He didn't turn on fire or anything.
He now is under the watch of Owl, his oath taken, and expected to be trusted.
Connor looks at Thomas with new eyes, and he's genuinely not necessarily impressed, but moved.
He hobbles over to Thomas and pats him on the bicep. Good on you, man. I knew you had it in you.
Yeah, Connor will approach him, and he'll just
After
offer
you
him
do
his
that,
ale.
he would like roll his shoulder off. He's like, "Don't touch me."
Okay.
Connor kind of approaches him. Sorry about that ale. He'll just like hand the whole cup to him if he wants it.
Let's just get the bloody out of here.
Connor shrugs, looks back to the Carnus woman, like gives her like the eye, like, is this right? This good? Are we okay?
She
Question.
gives you a affirmative nod.
Oh, he's
Okay.
like, okay, well,
So,
shit. Thomas is
so-
good.
we'll start planning with you tomorrow about how we're gonna, take down the Gank brothers, right?
We shall see.
Cool. Yay!
Yeah, Connor will go and open the door. All right, everyone. Thank you, ma'am. Apologies about the reasoning.
You
I
froze
am-
for a
you
moment.
froze.
He was like, I apologize, madam, about...
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes.
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 Did you hear what I said, or was it just my
No.
screen? Okay,
You-
well, Connor will go to the door and open it. He'll say, "Apologies, ma'am. The disturbance." Yeah.
You froze again.
You froze to the same spot.
Quick, just say it. Go. Say it.
I'm so sorry about the disturbances and stuff, man. I apologize, and all the things that I was using flowery words for, I can't use right now because I have to be really quick. Done. Jesus. Okay, we'll see.
She takes her hand off of the book and off the relic around her neck. Enjoy your nights. Stay safe.
You too.
You did so
so-
good, Thomas.
As we leave, Connor will talk to Thomas. He'll say, Thomas, before we go, I would like to apologize to you. Seems I doubted you a bit too much in your convictions towards good, and for that I do apologize. He says.
He doesn't seem to say a word as he's moving down. But as you guys were leaving, she would say Adze and do a hand gesture that is resemblant to the scales cast in the side of owl and gives you a bow.
I try to do the same thing. But do I have to roll for that?
Yeah.
You can imitate it. You just saw it.
Okay.
So, you guys begin to leave. What do you decide to do next?
Time skip.
Connor's like, oh, I think we
Making
should
sure
get better
Thomas doesn't
and
do anything
talk.
stupid.
Chatting with Thomas.
He's a changed man now. He's good. What?
What
Sorry.
made him want
Hold
to
on,
become
Naomi.
an
Yeah,
adventurer?
you move up to Thomas, who's just like walking ahead quietly.
So, Thomas, what made you want to be an adventurer?
Oh, so nice and sweet.
Didn't want to be an adventurer. I wanted to live. You know, after I had to gut my dad, it was kind of hard those first couple of years.
Oh god.
Connor is intrigued.
Got your dad?
Yeah, took a shank right in his belly. And that's the thing people don't know. You don't want to just stab him right in the belly. You want to stab up and 10. You remember that?
Connor nods. He knows.
Naomi looks blankly at him.
Well, after stiffing my dad, I wandered around for about a month or two, trying to figure out what I can do with my life. And that's when I ran into those scabbard bastards. He spits on the ground when he says that.
But now you're a good person.
It's always a good person. Good for me, he says.
Yeah,
Like beating his chest.
Connor will walk a little bit forward. He'll say, put his hand on Naomi. Congratulations, Naomi. You really did. You changed this man's life. You're so responsible for his goodness. Thank you for it. He says to her.
What? Am I really?
Yeah. I mean, you really brought out the good in him. You could almost say that he's like directly a part of you now, in the sense that you changed his life. You
Oh,
made
yeah,
him what
she's
he
not.
is. Connor just laughs nervously. Good luck, Naomi. Kind of pats her on the shoulder.
Well,
Steps
I'm
back.
so glad I could be of service to you in some way.
Well, speaking about service, he says, putting an arm around your shoulder. How about this?
I was gonna say, okay.
Crystal
How about-
is gonna walk over there and slowly pull Naomi away from him.
Connor looks at Crystal. Really? You're leaving Adze for her?
As Adze
thought
then
better of
comes
you.
up behind and goes where Naomi was by his side. So, Thomas. Now that you're a changed man, we can now start talking about what we're gonna do about the Gank brothers.
Yeah, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take my axe and then chop off the... As he's trying to say what he wants to do, you notice him have issues actually getting to that point in thought.
How about we try a different approach, like maybe incapacitating them with your axe?
Incapacitating? Why would I want to do that?
Well, because you're a changed man now. You don't want to kill, like, a lot. Only, like, when it's, like, justified.
Well, I want to He says that again, and you notice, like, a vein, like, popping out of the side as he's actually trying to make the effort to complete the sentence.
Oh, this is so Clockwork Orange right now.
And then as he says,
Yeah, it
as
is,
he
but
can't,
okay.
he stops. And actually, let's see if he notices. See if he has the intelligence to notice. He does not.
I did.
He doesn't know what you guys have done to him yet. So he just
What
shakes his head.
Do
like,
we know?
understanding.
We've done. We didn't
Not
do
we.
shit.
Naomi.
Naomi didn't do anything either.
It's all her. She just smiled so innocently at him. She totally seduced him into this.
It was Kala.
She totally seduced him into this. It's all her fault.
Well,
In a good way, though. At least he can't kill people, or so we believe at the moment.
mhm.
So
Well,
it's not
I mean-
a bad thing she did it.
Well, I mean, obviously, like, if they're going to go and try and just attack us outright, we have to defend ourselves. So, I mean, then is when you can, defend yourself.
He doesn't try to say anything, and he just like looks towards the ground while walking, and kind of just like shakes his head, obviously trying to figure out what's wrong with him, but not understanding or correlating to the reason of what's going on.
What are we doing to all of these grunts? First Gub neutered, and now this guy. Oh my gosh.
Exactly.
All right.
We're slowly turning into the most true evil
Right.
thing inside this universe.
So, like, again, Clockwork Orange, we're just
Yeah.
taking these people.
Eventually, it'll get to a point where we become the Order of Purity, and we're just like completely mind wiping everyone. we meet.
Everyone.
We're like, you will now serve the purity. Just going all crazy cult.
So I tell him, so we're going to talk to Kala tomorrow about what we should do. Since I'm sure she needs her rest after that little miracle that she probably pulled.
Fine. Hey, Naomi. You like booze?
Yeah.
I might know
no.
a little spot we can go meet up at then.
Oh, do
Yes, we
you serve
can
good
all
beverages?
meet up there. It's going to be a nice, good party, group session.
Could someone say group? As Bear is like behind you guys as you guys are walking and just gives you all a bear hug.
Oh, nice
Connor
seeing you
ducks
there.
the hug. He's used to it at this point. He knows when it's coming. He's got like a sixth sense.
That's
Oh goodness. Yay! That thing I can't do.
At the last second, when Bear comes to hug, Naomi sees a flower on the ground. She goes to pick it up.
No. Connor doesn't dodge it. He just makes him go blind. He's like, blindness, man. I would like to make Bear go blind before he can grab onto me.
No! Don't make Bear blind, you ass.
Damn it! Damn.
Muted. Now,
I don't even notice it.
you don't notice it, but you definitely like duck out of the way of his grab as everyone gets huggled into a hug as Bear comes up from behind. Oh, this is going to be fun, and then we can go play games in the sand and race with Adze.
Is he picking us up?
Yes,
Is he kind of like checking us a little bit?
a little bit.
Connor goes,
Bear, let us down. Let us down right now.
Bear!
goes up on everybody.
And that's a good end to a time, or the moment that you guys do a time skip.
Yes! Finally the fucking time skip. Thank you!
He throws up on all of us.
And actually, that'd be a good place for us to stop because it's almost 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock for me, and 4 o'clock for some of them. So,
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 3 o'clock here.
4 o'clock. Yeah.
so thank you all for watching this actually really eventful episode of Allies of
was
Justice.
A full episode.
Yeah! We had 3 parts
First
and
one in a
everything!
long time, people. You're welcome.
Actually,
I'm
this
so
last
sorry.
part was a little less than a full episode, but we can all blame Anthony. Remember, next week
blame it.
when you're
blame
making
Anthony.
all your fan art for this game and whatnot, blame Anthony.
Yeah.
Play.
But thank you guys for watching.
Very
Remember,
Connor.
you can follow me at Nightxgamer at YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter at all the same handle, Nightxgamer. We stream this game at 10:35 a.m. CST every Friday, and the next stream on my channel will be at 12:35 p.m. CST on Sunday for Empires of the Lost, where they delve deeper into the gargantuan tower in the dark, trying to survive step after
Oh my
step.
gosh.
But thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you guys next week. See you later. Peace.
Bye!
Peace. I'm sore after falling out of my chair, by the way.
Just like I'd say, like falling down the stairs.
Yeah.